How many of you as a child played the game Mother May I?
Yes.
Oh, good, everybody. And I don't know if you have little kids. Do kids still play this game? I don't know if they do or not. But just to remind you, somebody is the mother. It's right in there with red light, green light, shark and minnows, red rover, all those things we did before we had iPads. And so you have one person who's designated as the mother, and he or she stands at one end of the driveway or the yard, and everybody else stands at the other end, and you say, Mother, may I take 4 giant steps? And then mother will say, yes, you may, or no, but you may take 6 baby steps. And then you take your steps, right? And do you remember what kinds of steps there were? Who remembers? You have baby steps and giant steps. What other kind of steps did you take in your neighborhood? Just those 2? Okay, we had a wild neighborhood, I guess. We had a lot of other steps. Scissor steps, anybody? Scissor steps, right? You go toward mother and you have to go like this. That's mother's way of saying, yes, you can come toward me, but not too fast, right? I was reading recently about some very creative steps that you can take, Cinderella steps. Did anybody happen to take Cinderella steps? This is a really nice little princess move, right? You put your hand on your head, and I get to take one twirl toward mother. So I'm sure the boys playing the game enjoyed that one. Right. Well, the goal, as you may recall, is to be the first one to reach mother, and then you become the mother. And then, yay, you win, and you do it until the street lights come on and you all have to go home. Right? Okay, now we're having a little bit of nostalgia. Oh, good times. Does it ever feel like, as adults, that there are real or imaginary mothers in our lives who are still giving what feels like arbitrary permission for us to take steps forward? And that voice may actually be the voice of our mother, yeah? And even if it's not really her voice giving permission, she is living rent-free up here, is she not? And once in a while, don't you say something and go, oh, that was my mom speaking, right there. She just came out of here, and yeah, I'll do that. I'll go, oh, Judy, yeah, that's what my mom would have said. But maybe that voice isn't your mother. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's your own voice. But there are voices who are telling us you can't take those steps because you're not smart enough, or you don't have enough money, you're underqualified, you're too old, you're too young, you're not pretty enough, or it's just going to be too hard. So just don't try. Anybody have those voices once in a while? Yeah. And there are certain steps we have to take, right? There are hoops we have to jump through professionally. We have to get a business license. We have to join the Chamber of Commerce, right, Deb? Yes, we have to. That's a must. We have to get financing. We have to get a website up and running. We have to do technology updates. We have to market to just the right demographic and get our brand right. All of these things we have to do, whether someone gives us permission or not. We have to move forward. And sometimes even the smallest things can seem insurmountable. Money gets in the way. More accurately, lack of money gets in the way. Other people get in the way. Sometimes we get in our own way. Life gets in the way. And then we just have to take one step at a time, and we figure it out. I had a friend not long ago remind me of this childhood expression, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Mile by mile, it takes a while. Anybody ever heard that one? I hadn't heard it before, but she said, oh yeah, my mom used to say that all the time as we were kids. So maybe taking the next step is just as much a matter of our attitude and our perspective as it is whatever action we're actually going to take.